So yeah, let's go over Mara. I am just going to, let's see, I guess pause this. And if you guys aren't aware, I am going to be streaming gameplay more, taking requests, going over them every hour. And if I don't get requests, I'll just go over, a chart every hour that I find to be interesting, and then I'll release clips later so we can all benefit from them. But yeah, let's switch over to the chart here. And let me just pull up what Benjamin requested, which is, let's see, Mara. So let's throw that over here in the list. And I also wanted to look up MicroStrategy because I did notice something in the options data that was interesting. But yeah, looking over here at Mara, let's see, drawings. I've apparently got this level at 1573. That was the lows over here. Clearly we broke below that, kind of bounced. And, I have been looking more at the moving averages lately, and we can see that 20-day simple moving average in light blue. We did move up to it, but get rejected there. So it does seem like that's a little bit of resistance. What we really need is, to just be having a big move, getting us above that moving average. And I should note as well, because I am going to be releasing this as a clip, that I am recording this on the evening of Monday, December 8th, taking a break from some Where Winds Meet to go over the chart because Benjamin requested it. So make sure you tune in to the streams, request tickers that you want me to go over, and I will take breaks and do that. And if you're here wanting to watch gameplay, great time to take a bathroom break or whatever, stuff like that. But yeah, coming back to the chart, let's see all these moving averages up here. Rejection over there. Something that I really like is just how deeply, oversold the RSI was over here. It looks like the low in the RSI was 2109. And one thing I am also going to do before I forget is bring Ed back. I can't believe I forgot about him there for a second. But yeah, we do have, lower, looks like, yeah, very clearly lower lows in the RSI. And it looks like a lower low in the chart there. So there's no bullish divergence. But, let's look over at options data. That might give us, a little bit of a hint of what's going on. So I have some of these contracts here. I don't hold any of them. I don't hold any Mara contracts. I just kind of am interested in these. I think I actually did previously hold this $50 call that expires in January, but I sold it. I took profits because I recognized, looking over at the chart, let's see, I'm not exactly sure where it was. I think it was around here. I think it might have actually been on October 16th. I'm not sure. I don't have the drawing up anymore, but I took some profits there, and I was glad to do it for the contract. Still holding some shares. But yeah, what we can see is looking at the changes in open interest here. We have seen it, prior, I guess, yeah, on Friday of last week, I guess on the 5th, we saw a decrease in open interest coming into the 8th. And we only saw a volume of 228 contracts traded. So that, is not really telling me too much there. Yeah, so nothing too much with this contract. And really what I think is useful is the net call and put premium over here. We see the green net call premium kind of flat. Looks like it went up by $190,000 today. Nothing too crazy with that. Net put premium in red, that actually came down by 1.26 million. And so that could really, be suggesting that, a bottom might be in and or near. Looking over at the chart, yeah, I mean, it could be suggesting that this is a bull flag and that it's going to continue higher. Otherwise, why would you be selling puts? I mean, you'd be buying puts if you thought it'd be going higher. And then just to put a little bit of perspective here, we're just going to go back the past 7 days. Really, we don't see that much, today, Monday, December 8th. Relative to what we've seen in the past, which was actually some increases, some pretty notable increases in net call premium, going up by, let's see, 3 million on December 4th, and let's see, about 2 million on December 3rd. So that does make me think that, this is, bets on it going higher, and then it pulls back some, but after it pulls back some, selling of calls could be suggesting that it's going to be going back up. And then just some of the other contracts here, the $25 strike call, this nothing really too exciting. That expires in March. We do have the price around 12. So out of the money, it needs to double in price as far as the share price goes to get up to that strike. It's just not as interesting, I guess, like this $50 call that's like people kind of gambling on deep out of the money contracts. But then if we do come down here to this contract, also seen some selling, and this is a $35 strike call that expires in March, about 100 days between now and expiration. Really nothing too exciting. We did see selling, and this contract did. This is actually pretty interesting. So this is, let's see over here. Okay, 208. I thought, well, here, 1,500 contract decrease, and then this one, similar. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing any big moves in this, some big spikes. So that doesn't necessarily make me think that anything too crazy is going to be happening. But I think that this could be, consolidating, maybe pulling back to what I would see potentially happening, maybe pulling back to like 1150 or maybe 1120 or so, around where the cursor's at, pulling back to like the consolidation highs here. That could be acting as support before it does continue higher. And so one way to look at that, if we just do a Fibonacci retracement here, we can see, something like that. This just being a little bit rough, like $11. Like I wouldn't be worrying if it came back to 11. That's still a pretty, it's a 50% retracement. But that's still, getting caught up in the sideways action here that could be acting as support. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. And then if it does, let's see, go higher, or if it pulls back, let's say it pulls back to around $11, then we could be looking at, a 100% measured move. That would be getting up to around 1427. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, I'll leave this up here around $11. I'd view that as opportunities to add or just chill, wait, see what happens. But the thing that actually had me kind of excited about Bitcoin stuff related to Mara is going to be Strategy, ticker symbol MSTR. And so it's not really anything in the chart, also, below the 20-day simple moving average. Just like Mara. So, I'm not really seeing anything there. Is this a bear flag? Is this going to break lower? Actually, the thing that I saw with Mara that got me excited, sorry, not with Mara, with MicroStrategy, or Strategy, I should say, is the data over here. And what we see, not specifically looking at this $300 strike call that expires in January, about a month away. I don't hold it. They're pretty pricey. It's over, nearly $200. To $150 or so per contract. But what I see in it that looks interesting is we see net call premium in green going up. That's bullish, and that's an increase of $6.35 million, whereas net put premium is going negative. That's coming down. And that is going to be bullish as well. You see people putting money into calls and people taking money out of puts. That's at least what this is suggesting. And if we do expand that chart into the next window, let's see, I'm just going to scroll down so we can see it over here, that we do have, basically kind of split bearish, bullish. But I really see this as being more net bullish because we do have the increase in calls, the decrease in puts. But if we do expand this, let's say just the past 7 days, it's nothing too crazy because the day before, so last Friday, we actually saw a much bigger increase in net put premium than we saw a decrease in net put premium here on Monday. And that's an increase of 14.5 million, whereas we saw a decrease on Friday, December 5th of $12 million. So increase in puts by 14.5 million, decrease in calls by 12 million. That's going to be a little bit more bearish than what we saw today on Monday. Not super exceptional, but what I think is going on is really just time. Boring people out, losing confidence, shaking people out of the market. And so, yeah, I mean, what's going on here? If it pulls back to 11, great. And, if it pulls back further, into the 10s, opportunities. And if not opportunities, then it's just more time to wait, hang out, and play some games. And on that note, I am going to pull back, where winds meet. But before I do that, if you are tuning in for the analysis, make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe. Tune into the streams of gameplay so you can enjoy some of the content there. Enjoy some of the adventures, the drama, the horror that I am experiencing on this channel, and put in some requests as we enjoy the gameplay together. But with that being said,